Yo, what's up, y'all? Appreciate you tuning in. Today, I just want to talk about whether or not the Commanders should start or sit their starters in Week 18 versus the Cowboys. It's a pretty big game, not as big as last week, obviously, because last week was clinching. We've already clinched the 6th seed, so this is really for our playoff hopes. This is more so getting prepared for the playoffs. How do we want to enter into the playoffs? So already Dan Quinn, he's kind of setting that culture. He's already said, they're playing for the 6th seed. They're planning on playing starters. They're going for it. There were no really mentions of sitting guys, but we're a pretty banged up team, especially on the offensive line, especially on the offensive line. And so, I have no problems with being a team, that plays games. I want to see the starters play. I want to see the starters play, but I wouldn't mind seeing Mario to play. He looked pretty good against, I think it was Tennessee, when Jaden Daniels went out with that rib injury. But at the end of the day, I definitely want to see Jaden Daniels light up the Cowboys. This is definitely a revenge game. We gotta win this game for morale. And if you've seen my inaugural video on the channel, it was talking about how I want us to play Tampa Bay. In order for us to play Tampa Bay, we got to keep the 6th seed. So we got to win this game, and Buccaneers have to win as well. Have to win their game. Seahawks need to beat the Rams as well. So a few things need to happen. But I still much rather play, I think, the Rams and the Bucks versus playing Philadelphia in the first round. So I'll say for that reason, yes, definitely play for it. But I think we shouldn't play everybody. I'm gonna just go through the injury report real quick. Tyler Biadasz, has that ankle injury. He hasn't played. He was a DNP for Wednesday and Thursday. He's a key piece on that offensive line. It's very noticeable when Dieter's in the game. I can't even I can't even talk. Blitzers are frequently missed when Dieter's in the game. Allegretti has to take over. He's just not as good as at calls, and Jaden isn't as good as making those pressure calls as of yet. He's still a rookie, he's still learning. I mean, I think he's pretty good. He still uses his legs well, but when Biadasz not in the game making those calls and those offensive line adjustments, is very noticeable. It's a completely different game. De'Ami Brown, he was limited today in practice. Cleveland Farrell also limited. With the rise of Olamide Zaccheaus, I think De'Ami not really being in, he wasn't missed that much. I mean, Olamide stepped up in the slot and in various ways. All the ways they were using it was just fantastic, as we've seen in those last 2 games. Cleveland Farrell, I mean, we still got, we got pretty decent depth at defensive end, but Cleveland Farrell has been playing pretty well this season. Marshawn Lattimore, obviously, he was a DNP still with that hamstring. Even if he was, kind of healthy, I still wouldn't want him to play. Not against the Cowboys, especially they don't have CeeDee Lamb. So it's like there's no need for Marshawn to play this game. We should be able to beat them. And that's another thing. Like, we should be able to beat the Cowboys with, a majority of our backups in. Cornelius Lucas, also a DNP, that's pretty big as well. He's one of our best backups. With a groin injury, like our old line, we got Andrew Wiley as well as another limited. I will say in positive news though, they have moved forward with Austin Eckler coming off of IR. He was a full participant yesterday and today, as in Thursday. So that's very positive, but I don't want him to play. He doesn't need to play. He's not playing for anything. This is opposite, I guess, in my Saquon video that I just dropped about, how Saquon should play. They should play Saquon for the record. Austin's not playing for anything. We've already locked in the playoffs. He's still coming back from that injury. If he plays, he definitely, I think, should be limited. Get him some reps, get him some touches, whatever, cool. But sit him, play B-Rob. I think Jeremy McNichols, Christian Rodriguez. I think Christian Rodriguez needs to get more touches. I think this is a great game for him to get some touches, get some confidence built up for the playoffs, because he's been these past couple of games, especially last game, he was very pivotal, especially in that second half when he was just making great plays. That great catch by Jeremy McNichols. So I would like to see those guys play a little bit more this game, Sid B-Rob, because I feel like, I mean, he's not on the injury report, but B-Rob wasn't playing as physical, so there's got to be something going on there, maybe just some wear and tear from the season. So I would like to see those guys elevated. I'd like to see some of these backups we have, especially on the offensive side, elevated, especially in I think Jaden play him for a half. Let him get the reps because he's a rookie. So all the reps he can get is great. But with his style of play and with the ribs, he seems to be better. But you can easily re-injure those. We absolutely need him in the playoffs. Okay, if we want to win that, if we want to win a game. So I would say play Jaden in the half. Try to run up the score. And put Marcus Mariota in the second half. Let Marcus get some reps, do his thing, so that so that Jaden gets some rest and we can avoid any injury bugs right now. We're riding the good karma wave. Let's try to keep that. Let's not do too much. But I respect Dan Quinn going for the 6th seed. But I don't think we need that much to beat the Cowboys. Granted, they just got mollywopped by the Eagles, so they might be trying to play upset on our 6th seed aspirations. I know Michael Parsons is going to come out there and play hard. He was a problem when we played them earlier in the season. So I'll say definitely play to win. As always, definitely play to win. We need to win this game for my best playoff scenario for us to come to fruition. But I don't think we actually need to start people or start our starters, for example, to do this. I think we should definitely sit Terry with this ankle injury. It was very evident last game, with AJ Terrell just able to just, keep lock and step with him. I mean, he's a good DB, but, Terry definitely wasn't having his normal games. So I think he had to go to the tent and everything. So I'm like, yeah, just he was a full participant today. But still, I don't think we don't need to play Terry. Just sit Terry. De'Ami Brown was limited. If he can play a little bit, go ahead and bring De'Ami Brown back. But you don't even really need him. Let him sit. Let's see what KJ Osborne have. I forget the other guy we signed as well to the practice squad. I know we signed some other offensive linemen. That 6'8" offensive lineman that we signed to the practice squad this week as well. So yeah, I would say sit. Like I said, sit Terry. Maybe play Tyler Biotis, whatever. Play Jaden for the first half. I would say, let the defensive starters get in there and get some reps. I would probably even think about sitting Frankie Louvu and Bobby Wagner. Maybe one or both of those guys. I would say definitely at least Frankie Louvu. I would probably sit him because I feel like what he does for us, him and Dante Fowler. If I had to pick two on the defense to sit, it will be him and Dante Fowler. Let some of these depth guys get in there and get some reps. Jordan McGee was limited today, so maybe he can come back and get some more reps. We can see. Let's see what he is on Friday. But their status haven't been updated for the game, so we don't know. But yeah, I will say those are two important guys on defense: Dante Fowler and Frankie Louvu, and Bobby Wagner as well. He's our leading tackler. Especially calling defense. So really those three guys, because we need him as the quarterback of our defense, putting guys in the right position to give us the best chances. So I'm like, just sit all those guys. Just sit them. You know what I'm saying? Elevate some practice squad guys. We shouldn't need that much to beat Cooper Rush and them boys, especially without CeeDee Lamb. There's no CeeDee Lamb. So defensively, I think we can afford to sit those guys. So yeah, that's really it for this video. I just wanted to update you guys on the injury report and just whether or not my thoughts on us starting or sitting players and Dan Quinn going for that 6th seed. I'm all for it. I love the culture that they're building here. Going for it. Jaden is a winner. He wants to win. He wants to play games. I'm cool with that. You're a football player. You're played to play, so play. I'm cool with that. Play them in the first half, but sit them. This is sort of a meaningless game in a way, and it's the Cowboys. We have to win because it's the Cowboys, and we need this for morale going into the season. We cannot get swept by the Cowboys. But at the end of the day as well, it's like we shouldn't need that much to beat them. So hopefully it's not a close game, and we can sit everybody, and we can sit people in the second half. So those are my thoughts. Appreciate y'all tuning in as always. If you like this video, hit that like button. Make sure you comment down below your thoughts, who we should sit, who we should start, what you're thinking about as we go into week 18 and the playoffs. What your score prediction is, anything really. I'm interested in talking to y'all. Appreciate y'all. Tune into the next one. Peace.